White supremacy is the contradiction. Where we see them, that is because we are looking at it with a white supremacist mindset. We look at it and see it as the pure reality of what it is. There are no contradictions in reality, in pure reality. So where we are feeling that we are contradicting ourselves is where we have taken on a white mindset, where we are not seeing the reality of what we're doing. We're experiencing what we're doing as a white man or white woman looking at ourselves and judging ourselves based on being a white man or a white woman. So we are carrying the overseer around with us in our own minds. And he is putting a whip on us at every fork in the road of the decisions that we're making within our lives. And we got to overthrow him there first by having a black supreme consciousness and having a black supreme state of mind. And that now becomes, like I said, not just a meditation, but to show it's your meditation. It becomes 90% of your conversation. It becomes 90% of everything that you are dealing with. Because, and I'll say that repeatedly, everything else has doubt. Every other area has doubt. Well, what about economics? How are we going to survive? Black supremacy. Why? Because we have always survived. If we have survived 400 years of slavery, how can we have some true economic problems? How can there really be an economic crisis for people who have lived off chitlins, lived off the scraps in the white man's plantation? How could we ever have economic? If you could survive through that, what can we not survive as a people? So that there is no real economic problems. That is doubt about who we are. Because who we are have shown that we can survive damn near anything. Am I right? Our history have shown that. So that is not a real question of our ability to survive. That is a question of our doubt and our real knowledge of who we are. That is where that is really arising from. And we've adopted the inadequacies of the white man. We're situated in black supremacy. The problems that we have are not even problems. Because we are in a black supreme state of mind. The problems that we run into they're not even real problems. They're problems in communication with those who have a white supremacist mind frame. Because whatever we have to go through for black supremacy, whatever we must build becomes a necessary part of the process. How could it be a problem? How could what is true progress from where we're starting off to and where we're starting off from and where we're getting to? How could that be a problem? There are no problems in the evolution of us being slaves on the plantation to realizing the supreme entities that we are. There are no problems in the middle of that. Everything past that is progress. Do you hear what I'm saying? That's like you own a plantation, you're a rebel slave, and one of your shoes comes off. You lose a shoe, and you say, damn, this is a problem. And then you go back to the plantation. Even losing a shoe is progress. It shows how far you've run to the fact that you forgot your damn shoe. Everything is progress when you've stepped outside of white supremacy. Right. Exactly. Everything is winning. Because you're out, you're alive, and you are surviving. And you are thriving. Everything that you're doing is thriving when you step outside of white supremacy. Our goal is not, and I speak this to the prophets and the ministers of black supremacy. As much as we try to solve the problems of people that we're talking to and interfacing that are still in the matrix and trying to bring them into black supremacy consciousness, as much as we are talking to them, we should not address the problems that they believe in as much as we should present black supremacy consciousness to them. Because if they look at black supremacy as solving problems, they still believe in problematic consciousness more than they have embraced black supremacy. See, there's a difference between problematic consciousness and black supremacy. If you have a problematic consciousness, you're going to take it wherever you go. There is no solution for a problematic consciousness. A mind that finds problems has an inclination to find problems. Until it solves the problem of itself by being through transcendentalism, by going beyond itself. But as long as you have a problematic mindset, and we try to solve each and every problem, more problems continue to arise. So we talk to people and say, well, you can solve this problem, you can solve that problem. But the only problem is lack of black supreme consciousness. And if they don't move out of that, then they're moving as the problems that they want to get away from. And they'll bring the problems to us. They say they have a problem. I have problems getting down there to Chicago. You don't have a problem getting down here to Chicago. You have attachment to a whole lot of things that are stopping you from getting to Chicago. And when I say attachment to things, I'm not talking about attachments to material objects. I'm talking about attachment to constructs. Because it's a million ways you can get up here. It's a million ways people can get to Chicago. If they're so damn serious, they could just start walking. Huh? Just leave. And they can get there. They will get here eventually. If time is the problem, then that's definitely not an ancient mind. Because sometimes it took us years to get from one part of Africa to another. We didn't have trains. We really did have to walk and migrate to get to different locations. So, there's nothing stopping people from getting up here but their attachments. There are a million ways to get here. But the most important way that they get here, of all ways that they can get here, is with a black supreme mind. The ways don't matter. Because if I give you a way and you didn't get here with a black supreme mind, then you really never even arrived here. You're just here in the matrix. Do you see what I'm saying? You didn't get here until you got here. Some people came here, but they didn't get here. They just brought their here with them. And they were still there even though they was here. That's why they went back. So black supremacy is not helping them get here. It's challenging them to get out of there. You follow? That is the ultimate. Because if they get out of there, then we can get out of that. You feel me? If they don't get out of there, we can never get out of white supremacy. Because the only place it exists, the only limitations that's stopping us from being free and manifesting the totality of who we are is this. Not him. He can't stop us. Because our mind can work in so many different calculations. So many different thoughts, ideas. The mind can work in so many different ways that it can come up with something to anything. So there's nothing that he can do that can stop that. Unless he stopped that. The rest, there's a mathematical solution to it. Anything that he does. There's a solution. Anything that he do, there's a solution to it. Anything that he do, there's a way to conquer it. Anything you can think of. Some people gonna throw stuff out there. Because that's the white supremacists in them. Okay, what about that? Yeah, that too. The fact that you're thinking that is that cannot be conquered shows you still got a white supremacist mind. They can throw stuff out there all night. And I would say, yes, it can conquer that too. And yes, it can conquer that too. And the fact that they're still throwing out shows how deep they are in white supremacy. And that's what we want to get them arrived from. There's nothing stopping people from getting here. And there's 1,000 ways, 1 billion ways of how they can get here. And so they know that there's 1 billion ways, we ain't helped them. Because when they get here, we need them to bring 1 billion ways of how we're going to conquer the white man. And if they all they got is the one way they got here, they obviously are not bringing 1 billion ways for us to conquer the white man. Am I correct? Shit, all I got is the one way I got here. Now what else? But if you got here by being open to 1 billion ways to get here, then you got 1 billion solutions to 1 billion problems that ain't even happened yet in black supremacy. Because that's the type of mind you got. Well, I got here, I caught a boat on Lake Michigan. I saw a boat just sitting there, and I just got in the boat. Before I knew it, I was in Chicago. I was like, damn, ain't King Noble in Chicago? So then when they get here, their mind is operating like that. Well, since y'all got all this metal here, I just figured you could put that together and we have a satellite system. We can tap into NASA. You see how the type of mind they bring in? But if they come in here from just that one little problem that they cannot solve, that we can solve for them, they are no benefit. Because all they got is that one problem they solve. Yeah, I'm glad y'all helped me get over this. Now what? What is black supremacy? I thought, what is that? Do you hear me? I'm just happy. I got past that problem. I'm here now. Now, what's black supremacy again? You should have found out what black supremacy is and get it here. And how you got here. Look how some people got here. They just got here. They didn't even know how they got here. They just got here. And if you see how they got here, you see how the type of mind they brought to it. And if we help them get here, you see how we are all their problems too after they got here. You helped me get here. You got me out the matrix. You got me to do it. So you didn't do nothing. You didn't even get here. I'm the one that got you here. Do you feel what I'm saying? You got me here. How did I get you here? Did I put gas in your car? Did I come carry you on my back? But this is just how they not using their own mind. I got them here. So everything that they're getting here is us too, even if that's a negative thought in their own mind. They got that from me too. I hate Noble. I got that from you. How did you get hating Noble from me? I don't teach that. You understand what I'm saying? Right. I follow your teachings. I got this from you. You ain't get hating Noble from me. I love King Noble. I don't teach that. That shows you the contradiction. So, allow their minds to wake up. Don't get them here prematurely. Black supremacy may mean that we only have the 100 people that we got here now. It means that we might just have this 100. That's what it might mean. But if that's what the true pure meditation of black supremacy mean, that's all that we have, then we should love and embrace that. Not try to find white supremacist ways to get people on black supremacy. Not to try to solve white supremacist type issues. Well, I'm looking for a Afrocentric way to teach my children. Well, your children already know everything. And if you leave them alone, they'll teach you who the hell you are. So I can't help you.